Suppose you want to measure the height of a tree, how would you do it? You could climb the tree while carrying a length of rope. You would lower the rope until it reached the ground. Mark the length of the rope and then measure the length of the rope. Of course, it is once you climb down. Unfortunately, this thing to do is not very wise and reliable, I must say. Reason number 1, it takes too much time. Reason number 2, it's dangerous. Reason number 3, it's possibly inaccurate since it's not always possible to climb to the very top of a tree. Well, cutting down the tree and measuring it isn't a very nice choice either. What if you wanted to measure the height of a building or cliff? Using a rope wouldn't work. You can measure it by its shadow. It is called shadow reckoning, and it is measuring things with the use of shadow. This technique turned out to be very, very useful, and it is still about trigonometry.
I know you have a lot of questions now, like, what is trigonometry? Is trigonometry important? What are the applications of trigonometry? When and how did trigonometry begin? What is this all about, and so on? Well, we the Syntax Error Group will do our very best to answer these questions. So just watch and learn.
Let me give you a brief history about trigonometry.
Trigonometry began in the work of Greek astronomers, especially Hipparchus of Samos, and was developed further by the Greek mathematical astronomers Claudius Ptolemy and Menelaus in Alexandria, Egypt, in the first few centuries of the Common Era.
Okay, so what is trigonometry? Well, trigonometry is a branch of mathematics that studies relationship involving lengths and angles of triangles. Trigonometry is derived from the Greek word trigonon, meaning triangle, and metron, meaning measure. As its name suggests, it is all about triangle, right-angled triangle to be specific.
Since we already know that trigonometry is all about triangle, let's talk about triangle shortly. Triangle has three sides, which are the hypothenuse, opposite, and adjacent. Hypothenuse is the longest side of a triangle and the opposite of the right angle. It is derived from the Latin word hypotenusa, meaning to stretch. Adjacent, two angles that share a common side and a common vertex but do not overlap. Derived from the Latin word adjacere, meaning linear.
Now, let us study about the 6 trigonometric functions, which are the sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, and cotangent.
The relationship between the trigonometric functions and the sides of the triangle are as follows. Sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Cosecant theta is equal to hypotenuse over opposite. Cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Secant theta is equal to hypotenuse over adjacent. Tangent theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Cotangent theta is equal to adjacent over opposite.
Sine is derived from the Latin word sinus, which means vein, bosom, fold, or curve. It is one of the most prominent trigonometric functions. Aryabhata the Elder used the word sine in Aryabhatiya, which was finished in year 499. It is also known as half the chord. It is the ratio of opposite and hypotenuse.
Cosine is the ratio of adjacent and hypotenuse. Things to remember about cosine. The value of cosine is always between 0 and 1. More accurately, it is between -1 and 1. One of the sides is always the hypotenuse, and it is always the denominator.
Is the length of opposite side divided by the length of adjacent side? No. The tangent is the same as the slope of hypotenuse. Things to remember. The value of tangent is always between 0 and undefined.
Cotangent. This one is easy. It is the inverse of tangent. Instead of calculating the slope of the hypotenuse, we calculate the inverse of the slope. Cotangent is equal to adjacent over opposite. Secant. Secant is not the inverse of sine. Secant is the inverse of cosine. We invert both the way we calculate and the way we name the function. Secant is equal to hypotenuse over adjacent. Cosecant is not the inverse of cosine. Cosecant is the inverse of sine.
Ben is standing 100 meters away from the base of the building. If he need to look up at 75 degrees to see its peak, what is the length of the building?
Is standing near a tower which is 25 meters, and he needs to look up at 35 degrees to see its peak. What is the distance between him and the tower? Can trigonometry be used in everyday life? Trigonometry may not have its direct applications in solving practical issues, but it is used in various things. Trigonometry can be used to measure the height of a building or mountains. Trigonometry in video games. Trigonometry in criminology. Trigonometry in marine engineering. Trigonometry used in navigation. Trigonometry in construction. Trigonometry in flight engineering. Trigonometry in physics, and many other more.
We are the syntax error group. Syntax error means a character or string incorrectly placed in a command or instruction that causes failure in execution.
Well, we name our group
Syntax error. Not because we think disorganized or something, but we name our group syntax error because we are actually thinking about the opposite meaning of this. Meaning to say, we all think that
this group
is where we truly belong.